All right, here we go. Okay, so this is my new podcast. I'm introducing you guys to the Staci Rios podcast, where we will interview people. Want to get together with some of the hottest artists in the Modesto area. And right now with me, I got Hyde. Is that how we say it?
Hyde.
Hyde.
Is that how we say it?
Is that how we say it? I want you to pronounce for the people.
That's how we say it.
That's how we say Hyde. Okay. All right, man. How you feeling? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
I'm pretty stoked to be here.
Yeah, I'm stoked to have you, dude.
Thank you.
So, how long have we known each other for?
Ever.
Yes, that is an accurate description
On a
of
scale
our relationship.
on a scale of like accurate time, ever is the length of time.
I don't think that accurately describes us because
it's not long enough, huh?
No.
Okay.
Just that. Never mind.
Okay, so to really answer the question,
so I was gonna say probably like.
Well, let's see. Hold on. I'm 147. I know I only look like I'm 25, but
I'm just a little bit over 130.
Yeah. So high school. So back in like 18.
Back when we wore the frilly things, remember? Yeah. That was such stupid style, you know?
God,
oh, I hate it.
Back in
back in the time of the bubonic plague, we survived that.
Yeah, God. Everybody was all worried about the bubonic plague. Now we got coronavirus.
I was just like, just get bitten by a vampire.
Yeah, right?
Fuck that shit, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Anyways, high school.
But yeah, so we've been friends forever.
You were a freshman.
I was a freshman.
Right?
Yeah, he was a senior. He date raped me. It was a great time, actually.
That also happened last week. So it wasn't that long ago.
Well, you know, when you live this long.
Right. Once a week, right?
Yeah, man. So what are your plans? What do you got going on? With everything, man.
I got a lot going on.
Well, start at the beginning, man. I know you're a photographer, you're a musician,
right.
Videographer,
right.
Esthetician, bad bitch. What else?
Bad Bobby. Hashtag bad Bobby.
What is that?
Yeah, she says it? Bobby?
Bad baby?
Baby?
Oh,
is it baby?
I think it's bad baby.
I thought it was supposed to be like bad Barbie.
Let's talk about bad Barbie for a second, man.
I don't know much about her.
All I know is that you don't want to catch her outside.
No,
how about that?
How about that? Yeah, you definitely don't want to do that.
But she's blowing up, you know, huge. What do you think about that, man? What do you think about her blowing up like that?
Yeah, cool.
I mean, do you think it's a good thing that people just fucking go say stupid stuff on the internet and they become like sensations?
No. How do I say this? I don't like a lot of mainstream hip hop, I guess.
Yeah.
And the reason for that is I just feel like it's God, this is probably gonna get me so much like crap, but
I'm sorry, we can edit it out.
Well, no, yeah, I know, right? And I don't even mean that. I just mean to answer the question. I just feel like a lot of it is just pushing ignorance on youth.
Yeah,
right?
agree. Yeah.
You know, you listen to a lot of these people and the way that they talk, and then you know I see these people on Instagram or Facebook or whatever, and the way that they're like replicating a lot of those rappers or artists. And I'm not just saying it's just rapping artists, but I mean you look at her for example, you know, and you're listening to the verbiage and the ways that she's using words, and it just sounds so ignorant, you know.
It is,
but it's cool, you know.
Well, it sells, man. It's catchy, you know.
But why does it sell?
Because I think we're at a point in time where we are getting super lazy. Now, people that don't know, Staci Rios is
not lazy.
He's a conspiracy theorist. I'm not lazy. I am lazy. Only on the weekends, but I'm a conspiracy theorist.
I mean, do you see this makeup? I'm not lazy.
Well, you know, that takes time, effort, and energy, and I applaud it.
Thank you.
But anyway, so yeah, man, from my perspective, I think you're absolutely right. I think it promotes laziness. It promotes, you know, certain things, but I mean, some of the beats are hot. You know what I mean?
They're lit, fam.
Well, they're lit. They slap. Yeah, slap like now.
Slapping those slumps.
But I think that's just it, man. I think people don't listen to burbs anymore. I think people don't listen to music for the, I guess, the substance of what the poet is trying to say, but they're listening more for just like a heavy, nice beat. Yeah, something you can just roll, you know, like just pop a molly, just roll with it. The bass is thumping, you know, and I mean, what do you think that can be done in order to kind of promote some more of that? You know, like, yeah, well, not so much intelligence. I'm 100%. I'm 100% for intelligence, but like, what do you think people? You know, how can we bring a genre that is so like lyrically inclined as like rock and roll? You know what I mean? How can what do you think like gets people pumped about coming to a rock show? I mean, obviously we're both rock musicians. Like, what gets people pumped to come and listen to some good vocal melodies, some good hooks, you know, a song that actually means something, you know, with people who actually took the time and energy to like learn a skill? What do you think needs to happen to change that mindset of just, oh, I just want to vibe around and to get lit, fam?
I mean, I don't know. I think you're gonna get that with any genre, really. I mean, I think people are gonna get just as much hype and good feeling vibes or whatever out of a rock show as some people would a hip hop show, right? I mean, it's just what inspires you, I guess, a certain way. But I think if a artist finds a way, whether it be lyrically, theatrically, emotionally, whatever, to get the listener to just really connect with them emotionally, you know, through their words or through their music, through the sound, any genre, that's what it's going to take to really get somebody hooked into it, you know? And then obviously now, in the day and age we live in, it's all about, you know, social media and sales, you know, who can get the most followers on their Instagram, you know, and that's going to be the people that are out there, you know, doing it. I feel very fortunate with Lion Court in the short time that we've been doing this, with the reactions and responses we've been getting. You know, I mean, we'll go out and play for, you know, 50 people or whatever at a small little bar, but the response and the feedback that we're getting after each show is just unbelievable.
Yeah,
you know,
I agree.
It's not like we're pulling this crazy huge following, you know. And I know everybody's got that bias of like, oh yeah, my band's the one, you know. But I mean, I really do truly feel like we're getting a lot of people who really connect with, you know, not only our lyrics and our music, but, you know, visually too. I mean, people have something a little bit more to attach to, a little bit more to, you know, they find a character in each one of us, and it's maybe something about that finds some kind of relation in them, you know. And I think that's a really strong thing for a fan to grab hold of.
What do you think is, you know, from your perspective, what do you think is making us so intriguing to people, so successful in our own minor successes, you know?
Two things stand out in my mind. One, I think a lot of that has to do with the music itself. I really do feel like a lot of people find comfort in that 80s throwback with a modern kind of edge, you know? Because you can find a lot of those 80s nuances and whatnot in the music.
Yeah.
But on the flip side of that, number two, I really do think that it has a lot to do with the image. You know, I mean, for example, you know, you take some big bands, Kiss. You take, you know, obviously a lot of my music influence comes from Japan and ex-Japan. You know, but you look at all these bands, Black Veil Brides, whatever, Motley Crue. A lot of these big bands had more than just dudes up there in board shorts and t-shirts. Yeah. You know, and not to say that you're not gonna get anywhere like that. Obviously, bands do, but I think for us coming out as such a new band with something more than just good music, you know, we have theatrics. You know, we have not a whole lot, but we have some slight choreography. You know, I mean, there's something more than just good music.
Yeah.
You know, and I think a lot of people really enjoy that. And then our social media presence as well. I mean, it's little in comparison to a lot, but, you know, there's a really good consistency with what we've done on stage and on our social media, so that people are really grabbing hold of.
Cool, man.
I think.
So I think personally that, when you go, when you go to a show, for me, right, it's got to be an experience.
It's a religious experience.
A religious experience, you know, and I think that's what people are looking for. They're looking for some sort of religion. Zuluism is open for.
Yes, it is.
It's got a huge doctrine. We'll go into Zuluism a little bit more, okay. But yeah. So I think that people just want to hang out. And they want to go and see a show, you know, hang out with friends, and then, you know, have an experience, and then let people, you know, just kind of flow with what you're trying to do, you know, And I think that is lost a lot of the times in local bands. You know, you go and you want to see something that's not just going to sound the same as everybody else.
Right.
You know, you go see, you know, somebody, you know, struck a chord, and everybody has struck the chord, but how can you struck that chord differently in a like, literal? How can you struck that chord? Yeah. See, in a literal and in a musical sense.
Yeah, hashtag struck that chord.
Yeah, hashtag we're not gonna trend that, but we will want to one day.
We will.
But yeah, man. So having said that, I guess we can go into a little bit more of like what you do and what you're representing, and maybe tell us some about your work, what's coming up, what do you got going on, what are you most excited for about 2020?
Well, this year for me, just outside of the music, you know, I've been like you mentioned earlier, I'm a photographer, so I've been booking some work. I'm leaving for Washington in 2 weeks, so my birthday's February 11th. Some pretty gifts.
If anybody wants to, we'll post the Amazon wish list on the description.
I will surely make one.
And you guys can hook him up. Hook my boy up.
There you go. After that, the 16th, I'm leaving for Washington. I'm going to go do some work up there. I'll be up there for 2 weeks. I come back I come back in February, but then March we have 2 shows at Lion Court. And then in April, I'm supposed to be going and doing some work in San Antonio, Texas.
Oh, right on.
Photography, possibly a music video.
Sweet.
And then, you know, throughout the rest of the year, I've got some other stuff. But and then Mike Club of Resistance Media and I started up a YouTube channel, which has been actually going fairly well. So we can put some links to that or something if you want.
Yeah, we'll put some links in the description.
And we've been doing some really cool stuff with that too. We've been just playing around with like some different cinematic ideas. You know, we just did that video for video and photo shoot for Voyage air guitar.
Yeah.
That was really cool. And those guitars, man, I mean, they're all acoustic. Well, actually, no, they have electric guitars as well.
They do.
I didn't know that until just recently, but
okay,
they're foldable. You know, so like, yeah, you unscrew the back of the neck, and it folds over into itself, and then it's just super compact. I mean, it's like that big, you know. I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
And it stays completely in tune when you
after you assemble it.
After you assemble it back, screw it back in, and it's completely in tune.
Okay.
So I was pretty blown away with just getting to play with those yesterday. And I'm kind of a fan, so I might be. I'm actually in talks with them after doing the work for them that they might be giving me a couple or a guitar or whatever. Anyway, so yeah, our YouTube channel has been full of doing that kind of stuff. You know, we've done some work for some local businesses and. So I'm really excited about all that. We have a lot of fun with it.
That's great, man.
It's cool to be able to take our separate businesses, because he's got Resistance Media, and then I've got my Hyde Photography.
Yeah.
And it's cool to be able to take our separate businesses and kind of blend our work together into one thing that's not really a business, but show everybody what we can do when we come together. And we do a lot of work together. Sometimes we'll hire each other for different work. A lot of photographers will hire another to kind of help them out or whatever, but being able to bring this YouTube channel together and let everybody see our individual personalities and our individual work come together in a collaboration is really exciting.
Cool. So let's talk a little bit more about Hyde, though. That's what I want to know. Like, what inspires your look? What inspires, because I think that's what people want to see. Like, they want to know more about you. At least people who know you. You know, you're a sensation on Instagram. You got what, over 10,000, level 10,000.
Definitely over 9,000.
Your power level's over 9,000.
My Super Saiyan hair.
So yeah, man. Like, tell us a little bit about like what inspired you, to be where you are, to be who you are. Like, I think people want to know that.
Well, obviously, as you know, in this area, it's not highly lovable. But
yeah.
It all started for me about 13, 14 years old, I think, when I found my love for Japanese music. Ex-Japan was my first. Got my boy Hyde here. I don't know if you can see that.
Maybe on the other shot, yeah.
But the whole visual kei movement, a lot of people, obviously here don't know about Japanese style and everything. So when they see me, it's, oh, you're goth, or oh, you're emo, or whatever. And visual kei is so much more than that. I think it's so much more than that. But just to go along with it, when people are like, "Are you goth?" I'm like, "Yeah, okay, sure." Whatever,
Yeah.
But if you look at a lot of those Japanese bands, the visual kei, it's always really kind of flamboyant, a lot of makeup, you know.
So you mentioned X-Japan.
Mm-hmm.
So who else would you, if somebody's watching this and want to look some of these bands up?
Well, from like the starting of Visual Kei, God, you had like Duran Gray, Malice Miser. God, there's so many of them. But you could see it transforming, you know, and kind of still going into like the new Visual Kei bands like Dataroma, Mejibre, Dimlim, and there's a lot of bands, you know.
Yeah, 100%.
But again, you're gonna see a lot of that feminism, not feminism, but like flamboyant kind of, you know, really makeup. A lot of Japanese men in music kind of look like women, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and that's a thing that here a lot of American people or around the world, I'm sure, don't really understand, especially in our area where it's a lot more conservative, you know. Yeah, people don't really like it a whole lot.
I think they're starting to open up now. I guess, you know, talking about this movement, I think it'd be really interesting, you know, if maybe you can explain why, you know, why the appeal to, you know, from these bands' perspective, like what made them try to go that route? Now we know, at least from my personal experience, like X-Japan are the OGs,
yes,
right? Those guys,
founders of Visual Kei,
they were the openers, and I know that, you know, in their mind and in their mindset, you know, they were like, we want to have the flamboyant hair because we want it to resemble waterfalls, right? Now from there it evolved into this whole thing. So what do you think is the reason that a lot of these bands adopt this style and that they like that? What do you think they're trying to convey to people?
Well, I think it all kind of comes down to the same thing. I think they want to, well, because X-Japan, okay, so the Visual Kei movement, what was it called? It was the crime of visual shock, the psychedelic violence and crime of visual shock,
yeah,
right?
Exactly.
So visual shock is the exact, it's the key word there, you know what I mean? And I think that's why I've adopted a lot of it, because especially in our area, when people see me, they remember me.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I mean, whether they love it or hate it, they remember it, you know? And that's not to, like, you know, toot my own horn or anything at all, but it's, people remember it, you know? And not only, I don't do it for only that reason, but I love the way that it looks. I love these bands. I love the balls that they have to do this stuff, you know? And a lot of them didn't make it over here because of those reasons. People were like, who the hell are these guys and what the hell are they doing, you know? But I mean, that's not to say, you know, you look back at, you know, in the 80s and you had bands like The Cure and stuff like that. They were doing somewhat similar kind of stuff, maybe not so extreme. But, you know, so it's not to say that it couldn't be done or whatever. But I think those bands then did it for that reason, to get that shock, the shock value, and get people. I mean, in Japan, it was like a no-no, though. You know, I mean, when X-Japan came out, people were like, no, this is like, you know, just like people here would be like, that's the devil's music.
Exactly.
You know? But it's all the same, and it's a big reason why I really wanted to see Lion Court take that kind of transformation as well. Is because we have good music, we have, you know, good stage presence, we have all the, you know, good lyrics or whatever, but what more can we give people?
Exactly.
You know? And I wanted to bring my sense of that Visual Kei into my look. I mean, I've been doing this forever, but, you know, I really wanted to see, you know, even in Pain and Chaos, you know, I mean, I was the only one that, it's like, I was like the sore thumb in that band, you know?
Yeah.
And I was really glad when Lion Court agreed that it would be a good move for us, because I feel like it gives us all a character. It gives us all that sense of visual shock, you know?
Yeah, I agree with that. So that being said, in Lion Court, talk to us a little bit about your gear. I think people want to know a little bit about what you play and why you play that, and what gravity, you know, when you pick up a guitar and you play it, like what moves you, what really turns you on, you know, when it comes to that.
Oh, when it comes to that. Okay.
We'll keep it PG for now, but I mean, you know, sky's the limit.
Sky's the limit. I don't know Sky.
Well, she has a limit.
Well, I'm bound to determine to find it. So I actually recently just kind of shifted gear. You know, I mean, I was really happy with my Hughes and Kettner setup, but it was just too much to look around, you know?
Yeah.
So I recently switched over to a Headrush pedal board, and I am in love with that thing.
Hashtag Headrush.
Hashtag Headrush.
Link in the description.
Yeah, make sure you put their link. Yeah, Headrush FX on Instagram or whatever. Anyways, yeah, Headrush pedal board. I really, really love that. It's so versatile. I've got I mean, I'm gonna name her Sky because there's just like no limits.
There's no limit.
You know what I mean?
There you go.
Like you can do anything on that.
We'll have it engraved.
Yeah.
There you go.
Do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Sky. Hashtag baby Sky. And then I just recently got a signature custom Halo guitar.
Okay.
And at first I was a little unsure about it, not due to really anything that they did, other than the fact of once I installed that, I had that hip shot bridge installed, I didn't realize it was going to make the neck a little wider.
Okay.
So when I got the guitar, I was absolutely in love with it. It's beautiful. I designed the thing from scratch, exactly the way I wanted, and they nailed it. And I was really happy with it. It's freaking gorgeous. But when I picked it up and played, that neck was a little too thick for me, you know? So it took me a little bit of time to get used to it, and now it's like flawless, man. I wouldn't change it, you know? But I did switch. I mean, I still run my ESP. I have an ESP Standard Japanese edition. Or ESP Standard 2, I think is what it is. And it's purple, of course.
Yeah.
You know?
So can you tell us your favorite color?
Yeah. Green.
As you can tell, we changed the background lights to purple to suit this guy. He's the guy today, and figured we catered to him. So
the vampire in purple.
The vampire in purple, man. So over the last 300 years, you said, or you said you were
147.
147. What is one of the craziest things you've ever seen, man?
The bubonic plague. Was that even 147 years ago?
I don't know, man.
Wasn't that like in the 1700s?
I think it was a little bit further back. We weren't alive for that.
Yeah. Well, that was like my first life. Well, we won't talk about that.
Well, we'll go into past lives. But yeah, man, what is something that has stood out to you in your life?
Like the craziest thing I've seen?
Yeah, like what is the craziest thing?
Are we allowed to talk about that? It is the internet. Can we talk about whatever we want?
I mean,
I don't know. I mean, I've got one in mind, but it's pretty gnarly.
Is it gory?
No, although I did see something pretty gnarly today that was gory too.
See? Yeah. I mean, just let it go, man. Whatever. We don't care. Yeah, fuck it.
Well, do you want both of them now? Because I mean, I got a gory one too.
Yeah, give it all to me, man. Fuck it.
Give me what you got.
Give me what you got, baby.
I saw a video accidentally of a rapist getting his area eaten by a pit bull.
His dick. He got his dick.
The whole thing, like the whole area.
His balls.
All of it.
All of it just
getting
gone
by a pit bull. It was pretty gnarly.
Ooh.
Like I didn't want to watch it.
Why would you watch that, man?
Somebody sent it to me, and I was like, "Oh, what's this?" And I was like, "Oh,
what
God."
What kind of friends do you have?
Not good ones, apparently. But yeah, like the whole area was just getting eaten by a dog.
Oof. Okay.
Yeah, it was pretty gnarly. So that's definitely on the top of my gnarliest
shit. Yeah, no, that's definitely. Imagine that is at the top of the gnarliest things I've imagined so far.
But when you ask me the craziest thing I've seen, I mean, I do recall, and I don't know if you were there. I don't think you were. Steel Panther show. Drunk chick on stage. Drumstick involved. Do I need to go further with this?
Hold on. Let me take a guess. Drumstick and the cooter.
Drumstick right in it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. Ouch.
Yeah, she was having fun with herself on stage. Yeah.
Like, did she go up and take like sticks? By the way, shout out to Steel Panther. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Steel Panther.
Steel Panther, Sticks, Satchel, Michael Starr, Lexi Fox. Can't forget any of those guys.
No. Good dudes.
But yeah, so did she go up there and grab the stick?
If I recall correctly, she got on stage extremely drunk, dancing. You know, of course, they love that kind of stuff.
100%, yeah.
And I do remember. I don't remember how she acquired the stick. I don't know if he gave it to her or if she took it, but she was drunk and.
So she did it to herself.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Well, yeah, they weren't raping her on stage.
Well, I'm not saying rape. I'm just saying like, you know, she was so drunk.
She was very happily.
Did she require a little bit of assistance?
No.
That's all I'm trying to say.
I don't know if she wanted any assistance. She was having a field day up there.
Wow.
Yeah. Word. So yeah, those are two of my I've seen some.
They're up there. Yeah, they're up there, man. Oh, we weren't in sync.
Okay, ready?
One.
No, we were like Backstreet Boys.
All right. We're leaving that in there.
That's a good thumbnail. It's like watching a horror movie.
So we just talked about like the craziest things you have seen.
Yeah. What's the craziest thing you've seen?
Oh man.
I can interview you now.
Oh wow, this is not how it works, man.
Oh, okay.
You're taking my job. I guess you. Okay. All right. Craziest thing I've seen. You know, I've been in a couple of accidents.
Yeah, I've been in a couple of accidents.
And the craziest thing I think I've ever seen
was your world flipping around?
Is a fucking a Subaru like coming at you at 80 miles an hour while you're traveling at like 65 miles an hour.
Yeah, that would suck.
You know, that is pretty scary, I think. You know,
I concur.
I was a heathen, and I prayed to all the gods.
Yeah.
Because I was like, one of you motherfuckers gonna save my ass, and one of them did.
Yeah, one of them. Thanks,
so Buddha, Cthulhu, whoever. I don't know how we do it, but I think it's like this.
I don't want to offend anybody, but I mean, we tried.
We love all religions.
Yes, even the non-religious.
Even the non-religious, even the agnostics. But yeah, anyway.
Agnostic.
Agnostic?
Eggnog.
Agnostic.
No, eggnog stick.
Eggnog stick.
Yeah, like you worship eggnog.
I thought you meant eggnog on a stick.
How would you do that?
I don't know.
It's a liquid.
I don't know,
It
man.
would be a very little amount of eggnog.
You freeze it.
Oh, like an eggnog popsicle.
Eggnog popsicle. Eggnog on a stick.
Hot dog on a stick. Eat your heart out.
Meat eggnog on a stick. Drink your heart out.
Bam.
All right. But yeah, I think that's up there for me, man. That's
the eggnog. Oh, the car accident.
The car accident. Yeah,
like,
we're back to the car accident. Back to the car accident. But you know, speaking of like, you know, more crazy shit, I guess. What do you have you ever seen a ghost? Let's get spooky, man.
Have I ever seen a ghost?
Yeah, have you ever like had any supernatural experiences? Felt anything?
I mean,
do you believe in it at all? Do you think it's real?
I mean, obviously I'm a vampire, so
I mean, supernatural is what you do,
so
right?
I know these things.
But having that insight, like, what do you think about ghosts and spooky stuff, man?
I think they're pretty cool. I don't know. I think the idea of them is pretty cool.
Okay.
You know?
So you never had any experience, anything like that?
You know, I mean, I had a really trippy experience with a Ouija board one time.
Oh, okay. Tell us about that.
That
yeah.
was kind of wild. So my mom moved into a house, and it was a brand new house. Like, nobody had lived in there yet at all. Like, it was brand spanking new.
Okay.
And me and a buddy of mine took a Ouija board in there because we thought, hey, this would be cool. I don't even know why that was like the only thing that we took into this house. Like,
where'd you procure this Ouija board?
It was in my car for some reason.
You had it. You just drove around with the
just in case I was like lost. You know, we didn't have GPS back then, so I used to just Ouija around. Like, hey, is anybody there? Like, can you tell me how to get to the nearest McDonald's?
You had McDonald's back then? I own this McDonald's.
Yeah. It was,
all right, continue.
Yeah.
Brand new house.
Lord McDonald's.
McDonald's.
Yeah, McDonald's.
McDonald's.
So my Ouija GPS. WePS.
Hashtag WePS.
Yes, WePS. Yes. So I had my WePS, and I don't honestly know why I had a Ouija board in my car, but I did. And we took it into this house, and we started talking or doing whatever. You know, and back then I was still like, dude, quit moving the thing. You know what I mean? Like you're doing this. You know? And he's like, no, you're doing this. I'm like, okay, no, I'm not. But anyways, and I don't remember the conversations that were had or anything about all that. But all I do remember is that we heard a noise outside. Okay, so we were like, oh, what was that? Let's go check it out. So we went outside, and we didn't find anything. So we went back. We were like, whatever, let's just go back and keep playing with this or whatever. And this is going to sound so ridiculous. And even to this day, I'm not like a superstitious person. But I saw what I saw.
What'd you see, man?
I saw what I saw.
What did we see?
I don't want to say it was blood, but there was red splatter up the wall on the other side of this Ouija board. In a closet that nobody has been in.
Ooh, that's chilling. I got the goosebumps.
Like, and people would be like, yeah, you're making this up. No, I'm not. Okay?
Did you guys have to clean it up?
No.
It disappeared?
It was gone. We saw it.
You both saw it?
We both saw it.
Okay.
Yeah. And it was gone. Like, it was just gone.
Ooh, that's creepy, man.
Yeah. I mean, it was definitely something to be like, what?
So have you ever played with a Ouija board since?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
See more blood?
No, nothing else ever like that has ever happened.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I haven't in years, but I still have one.
You have one?
It's in my car.
Oh, let's get it,
How
man.
do you think I got here today?
Oh, God. WePS?
Take me to Marco's house. Take me to Staci's house.
WePS?
Yeah. And it was just like, turn left here.
Damn. Does that mean my phone has a WePS?
If not, we should make that app.
Dude, I think we should.
I'm definitely patenting.
The WPS.
Patenting.
Patenting.
I'm gonna get a patent on that.
You're gonna patent that.
Yeah. Pat.
I can see it now, man. It could be like the little, what do you call it, eyelet, and it'll just like planchette.
Yeah,
Is it
not plantation. Planchette. You know how long they would have to tell you in advance? It's like INONEMILETURNLEFT.
See, this is how
you're like, dude, I've like passed that road like 6 miles ago.
No, okay, well, we have to make it intuitive, man. We'll have the planchette, right? I think it's something like this. I don't know. It's upside down heart. Love all y'all. #love. And then it'll just be like a compass, and then all of a sudden it'll just point to make a left. It won't tell you.
Like, e-brake that thing or what?
It won't tell you where you're making a left. It'll just go like this.
I think it'd be easier to just be like, you know, because it's got the yes and the no. It'd just be like, do I turn left up here?
Yes.
No. Okay. Oh, I was supposed to turn right. I didn't ask the right question. So I mean, you know, there's still room for error.
I mean, I'm for it, 100%. I'm for it. I like this
WPS.
Yeah,
it's
idea.
WPS.
WPS. Okay, it's French.
Sure. Is that what Ouija is?
Ouija?
Ouija. It's Ouija, right?
Yeah. Well, you know the history of the Ouija, right?
No, I don't even know what the hell a Ouija is.
So the Ouija board was originally intended for couples to be alone and play together. So that way you could just be like, hey, you know, hey girl, you want to come to my house, see my Ouija board, and then you all put your hands on top of each other, right? Okay. And then you're all like holding hands.
So it's like 7 minutes in heaven.
It's like 7 minutes in heaven. And then you say like, oh yeah, do you want to have some fun with me? Yes or no? And then the dude be like, yeah. You feel me? Oh, that's not me moving it.
Did you feel me? Is that how they found out that the spirits were doing this?
Yeah. Oh, they're like, that's not me moving it, you know. That's ooh, the spirit says, give me a blowjob. Okay. Blowjob.
I'm gonna have to try that one later.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, we gotta do it in the dark closet, girl. You know, we can't have nobody bothering us. And then like, oh, this is take your shirt off.
I like these spirits.
See?
Yeah.
See?
Little ghost buddies.
You know, because back in those days, people were a little bit more like, oh, boys and girls can't hang out, can't hold hands, chastity belts. Well, you had. Never mind. I was gonna make a Catholic. I was gonna make a Catholic joke.
Yeah. Let's not go there.
But yeah, you know, like it would be kind of, you know, people were a little bit more traditional. Ain't nobody want none of that. And so, yeah, man, that's the history of the Ouija board. That was the intention behind it. So any last thing you want to leave us? Anything you want us to know? What's coming up for you, man? Any dates we should look out for?
I thought we were going on a date.
Well, yeah, after this.
Look out for that one.
We will have more content for that. Yeah. Weren't you going to go shoot a porno or something?
I am now.
Okay.
Now that we got that figured out.
Woo.
Ouija board says yes.
Yo, wait, where is it? All right, man.
Isn't this the bedroom? Isn't this casting couch? Wait a minute. Joke's on me. I'm on casting couch. Damn it. All right, I'll show you a nipple. How about that?
Just give it to him. Zoom. Can we zoom into this?
I don't know. Maybe. I'm going to do it in post.
But anyway, okay. So any dates you want to share with us? Anything cool going on?
Well, March
7th. March 7th and the 28th.
We have a show at Toots Tavern.
Toots Tavern. Yeah. One of our fans requested us, and we do.
Oh, it's a birthday party.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're planning a birthday. It's a 7-year-old birthday party?
Yeah, I think she's 7.
We're playing in the bounce house?
Barbie themed. And we love
like Barbie, right? I'm like the goth Barbie.
He is gonna play the role of the goth Barbie.
I'll be have one of those?
I'll be the brats.
They should. The brats.
I think that's what they're called, the brats. Oh, the monsters. I think the monsters are the girl Barbie.
Anyways, so Toots Tavern. That's in Crockett, California. March 7th.
So if you live nearby, come check us out.
Yeah, March 7th. And then March 28th.
28th.
We're doing
in Manteca.
Yeah, but there's not a whole lot of information on that yet.
Not yet. We will get more as we come. Stay tuned to our Instagrams at Hyde, or is it at Bokuwahyde?
Yeah, I've got two. So my personal one's at Bokuwahyde, BOKUWAHYDE, link down below, and Hyde.lc, which is my Lion Court official page.
Yeah.
But also on lioncourtofficial.com, we've got all that information as well.
So we will keep all that updated. Cool, man. Well, thank you for coming over. Thank you for being my first real friend. I love you, buddy.
I love you too, man.
Thanks, man. All right, stay tuned for more, guys. We'll check you later.